So now let's try to apply this finger picking technique pattern we talked about in the first lesson to few open chords. Okay, so let's take at first A minor and C major. So look, this is how it sounds. And now C. Okay, so the picking pattern is exactly the same. In both cases, we play from the 5th string, and the reason for this again is this is the root note. So when I play A minor chord, this is note A, and when I go to the C chord, this is note C. So this is why it sounds so good and so strong. Okay, so this is a good starting point. Later on, I'm going in few lessons later from now, I'm going to show you some other variations of this. Okay, so for now we're just simplifying this and we stay with the thumb only on the 5th string on both these chords. Okay, so A minor from the 5th and C major. Okay, so this is what we play over A minor and C. Let's take now chord E major. Now look, with this chord it will be a little bit different because our thumb now will be on the 6th string. So this is how it sounds over E chord. And the reason is that here is this open 6th string is E. So again, I want to play the strongest note from the chord to give it kind of this bass solid sound, okay? Bassy solid sound. So now look, my thumb is on the 6th string, but all these 3 fingers stays exactly in the same place where they were before. So thumb is on the 6th string. Yep, and then my first finger is on the 3rd string, second finger on the 2nd string, and the 3rd finger is on the 1st string. So remember, it's the same thing, just the thumb is switching positions, okay? So over E major and over E minor, you would play the same way, okay? Does make sense? So look, now let's try to mix this. Let's say we're going to play twice A minor, twice C major, twice A minor, and twice E major. Let's see how it sounds. So A minor, C major, A minor, E major, and you can loop it again. Of course, to play this smoothly without any pauses in between, changing the chords will take a bit of time. So just you have to be patient, okay, and practice this slowly. Remember, the speed is not our goal here. Our goal is to make it sound nice. Okay, so over E chords we go from the 6th string. The same applies to the chord G. Okay, on the G chord you'd play the same way like on the E from the 6th. Again, because he's not G. Okay. So if I take, for instance, this combination A minor, C and G, this is how it's going to sound. So A minor from the 5th, C major from the 5th, G from the 6th, and I can go to E major, for instance, again from the 6th. It's kind of very nice sound, and you can literally take the guitar and just jam like this for hours. Okay. So this is called, this is the combination A minor, C and G. For instance, if you want to play something different, you can try to go from E minor to G. So in both cases, you are going to stay with the thumb on the 6th string. So look. This is how it sounds. So again, nice practice between different chords, yeah? Now look, let's now take chord D. So D is a bit different because now D you would play from the 4th string. The thumb will be on the 4th string, yeah? And the rest of the fingers exactly stay in the same place right now, yeah? And the same applies to D minor. Okay, so this is how to play over D chords. So one of the combinations now you can try to do will be to go from A minor to C to G to D. Let's see how it's going to sound. So look, A minor twice, C major from the 5th bass, yeah? G from the 6th, and D from the 4th. I'm going to on my website, if you go to my website, I'm going to write down all this combination of the chords so you can practice in different ways, okay? So make sure that you check the link that you see right now. So this is kind of, you know, it's a very flexible pattern, and with these chords you can really create different variations, and you can mix them, you know, together, and just it'll greatly expand the options, okay, when it comes to playing the guitar. What I would do, maybe one day I would practice finger picking with the chords A minor, C, E minor, and next day maybe I go E minor, G, and D. You know, just try to create different variations. And remember, even if you play the guitar for a few weeks only, you can be creative and you can write your own songs. This is how all these great songs are written, right? Just by jamming and trying to play something, okay? So never be ashamed of writing something great. Maybe you are the next Bob Dylan, you never know. Yeah, so these are nice combination of the chords that you may do together. One more thing over A chord, because I didn't talk about A. Over A you'd play exactly the same like over A minor, so from the 5th, because here's note A. So if you want to make, for instance, now something more bluesy, I could go A to D to A and back to E. So look, I'm going to play twice each chord. D, A, and then E, and back to the A. So right now, remember, we stay with these fingers here, fingers 1, 2, and 3 in the same positions. We only alter the thumb. So this is great exercise in teaching you how to position the thumb correctly, okay? It may take you some time to master this thing. So remember, take the time, don't rush, okay? And you'll get there with your finger picking skills, okay? So remember, go to my website. I'm going to list all this combination of the chords you may play. You may play with this finger picking style. One more thing, I played everything twice, like this, but you can play this 4 times. Okay, and it sounds good also. So, or you can play once. And this actually, if I add one more chord in between, it sounds like Hallelujah. Listen to this. Because all these songs, as I said, have kind of this finger picking pattern or similar one hidden between the lines. Okay, so practice this thing, and I see you in the next video.